Hey guys! So, as you can see, we're doing a closet cosplay today. This is Amethio from Pokemon Horizons. If you haven't seen the show, it's great, but if you want to see how I came up with this closet cosplay, just keep on watching. So, I've actually been planning to do this cosplay for a long time, y'all. Actually, ever since I saw the first season of Pokemon Horizons and I saw Amethio. I just fell in love with his character. First off, he's just dripped out, y'all. I love his aesthetic. Whoever did his character design, like everybody in the whole show, like they need their flowers because all the characters are just amazing. I love it. But specifically Amethio, I love him. And also Dot, I resonate with her. Her cosplay is coming soon, so we'll just stick to Amethio today. But this was a quick little closet cosplay. I feel like the main thing I had to work on was the arrows on his shirt and pants, and also probably the bolo tie, which we'll get into. But to explain what I did, I'm just gonna start out from head to toe and do my best to just go into detail about everything. So first off, the wig. This is, I think this is a 26-inch synthetic wig from Amazon. I'm gonna do my best to leave all the links down below. It started off as a long straight wig, and since Amethio has kind of like wavy hair in the show, I went ahead and I put perm rods in it and I curled it that way. And after I put in the perm rods, I just set them with boiled water. If you want, you can also use a handheld steamer. It's just up to you. But once I took the perm rods out, this is how it turned out. The hair is very thick and tangly, but I did end up cutting some short little bangs. I'm not sure if you can tell, just to frame my face. The wig still is very long and tangly, so I do plan on later going back in and trying to layer it, but I'm still new to wigs, so I didn't want to mess it up and then get on camera, so I'm gonna record this and then mess it up after I take pictures and everything. But let me try to show you what I did. Since it's so long, I put a ponytail in the back just to get it out of my face. And I didn't want to cut it because I kind of wanted to do kind of like a femme version of Amethio. But once I'm satisfied with playing around with the wig, I'll probably cut it eventually. But for right now, I just love having it long and also an excuse to wear lipstick. So yeah, that's how I ended up doing the wig. Next, for the makeup, I'm still getting used to doing it. It's very difficult for me to find my shade right now because I'm in my winter shade and I have a neutral undertone. But I just did my basic base routine, and the only thing different I really did was try to draw on bottom lashes because that kind of stands out with his face on the show. And I did a purple lip just to match the arrows on his shirt and the bolo tie he has. So I'll try to get a little close-up of that for you guys. And for a first attempt, I don't think it looks that bad, but eventually I do want to learn how to add bottom lashes and just glue them on instead of drawing them. And I also have my gray Pinky Paradise circle lenses in. These are the ones I always wear. I only have one pair right now to save money. So that's it for the makeup. I also tried to do a little bit of blush. I've been having some blush blindness, so I try not to put too much. So hopefully it looks good. I can't really tell because my camera is small, but in person it did look fine. Sorry, I just had a coughing fit, but for the bolo tie, I bought it on Amazon. And I believe the color I got was either black or like a dark blue. And I ended up going to Michael's and finding a acrylic paint that goes well on metal, I guess. The bolo tie is made out of stone, but it was fine. So I used that paint, and it had a little bit of metallic or shimmer to it, which I really liked. And I used that to paint the bolo tie the color that I needed. It turned out fine. You can't really tell the color it used to be, but I do feel like if I ended up getting the white color instead of a dark color, it might have turned out more pigmented, maybe. But it seems fine. So I like how it turned out. It only took 2 or 3 coats to get it to look like this, and I really like how shiny it came out. So I would definitely recommend that brand. Next, for the clothes. For these, it's very simple for a closet cosplay, so you can just thrift them, or you might have them in your closet already. I believe I got my shirt from Walmart, and I thrifted the pants. Don't get fancy pants because you're going to have to get the arrows on them. And for the arrows on his shirt and pants, it was my first time doing vinyl, ironing on vinyl. I don't own a Cricut machine, so I had to do everything by hand with an X-Acto knife. So what I ended up doing was buying some purple vinyl from Amazon. I sketched out what I wanted it to look like. I measured it to my body first. I tried on the pants and shirt. I measured it with the vinyl to see how much I would need. Then I sketched on the back of it, measuring how big I wanted the arrows and the lines. And then I used my X-Acto knife to try to cut it out. And that was very difficult, so I can see why people buy Cricut machines, because it probably would have been so much easier. I was struggling. So I just had to take my time, and eventually I did end up just getting some scissors and cutting the rest of it, but it turned out fine when I got it out of the vinyl finally. It might be a little crooked, but it works. And once I was done cutting off the vinyl into the 4 pieces I needed, I ironed the shirt, ironed the pants, just heated it up a little. I placed the vinyl on the pants and the shirt, and just to keep the vinyl from melting when I used the iron, I placed some parchment paper over top, and then I just ironed through it really carefully a couple of times just to make sure it stuck, and it turned out pretty well. I don't think I really had any issues. Where it's pointy at the top for the diamond arrow, whatever, it's starting to lift off. But other than that, it's fine. They're not really peeling off or anything. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is if I end up having to wash these, if they'll come off. I'm probably just gonna have to dab them with a washcloth or something to keep them clean if they get dirty. But I'm thinking for this piece right here that keeps pointing up and separating from the shirt, I think I'm just going to glue it down with some fabric paint or maybe tape it, because I'm not going to be wearing this that often. But I would like to go to a con, because I believe there was some Pokemon themed cons recently, because I think Pokemon either had an anniversary or it was Pokemon Day or something. And I didn't do this in time. But yeah, I would love to wear this cosplay to a Pokemon event and see who else comes in closet cosplay or comes as a niche character that nobody really knows about. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. For the gloves, I got mine on eBay. 1 second. So they're just little half fake leather gloves that I found on eBay really cheap. And also for another prop, I have this Pokeball that I also got from eBay. They also sell them on Amazon. They're a little pricey, but I think that just comes with the Pokemon brand. But this pretty much works out. It's a little, if you look close, it's a little lopsided. It's not a complete circle, but it works. And I believe that's it for the cosplay. Once I take photos, I might try to Photoshop in his Pokemon Ceruledge, or try to find a friend to cosplay with me and they can be my Pokemon. But yeah, this cosplay, it was very fun, very quick. I did learn some new skills along the way. I think my favorite thing was trying to do the bottom lashes. I surprised myself with these. I might try to do it more often. And I was also thinking about doing some contour to make myself look more masculine if I end up cutting the wig. So we'll see once I end up doing that, because I do want to do more male characters, and I do want to try out doing male cosplays where I actually try to like make myself look like a gender bend basically. But I don't want to post tutorials when it's my first time doing it and I don't know what I'm doing. So I'll try to practice a little, and then once I feel like I have it down, I'll try to do some tutorials to help everybody else out. I believe my next closet cosplay is going to be Dot. I wasn't going to post it because it didn't turn out how I wanted it, but I think I should just end up posting my failures too on here and then learn from them. Everybody else can learn from them. But if anyone has any tips on how to layer synthetic wigs, please let me know. Or if you know a good YouTuber who gives advice, let me know in the comments, because I do want to work on that. That's something I've been struggling with. And also figuring out how to lay down my natural hair under wigs. That's another reason I haven't really been cosplaying, besides having to save up money to do it. I do have a few other cosplays planned for this year. It's going to take a while just to save up for everything. I really want to do a Sakura Miku because cherry blossom season is coming up. Easter is coming up, so I want to do some sort of bunny girl. And also I have a Brazil shirt, so I want to do Brazilian Miku, but I feel like I need a tan first before I do it. I don't want to come on here looking pale trying to be Brazilian Miku. Also, Marcel from Delicious in Dungeon, she is almost complete. I was just struggling with her staff. And I'm trying to figure out who else I've been planning. I think that's it. I've just been busy with work, busy with life. I keep getting sick because I'm anemic. And then the weather keeps changing. It felt like summer last week, and then this week it randomly snowed in Virginia. So it's like as soon as I get better, the weather changes and then I get sick again. So I'm just creating videos whenever I feel better and my health is good. Yeah, I did have fun doing this. Maybe one day I can take it to a con and see who else is a fan of the show. If you guys haven't seen it, it's really good. I love that the main character is a female character for once. All the characters, they have great personalities. The show also has great pacing. I remember the original Pokemon, it went on forever. It took forever for their Pokemon to evolve and for the story to progress. There was a lot of filler episodes, but with Pokemon Horizons, the pacing is pretty good, pretty fast. And each season, this might be a spoiler, but in each season, their Pokemon evolve. You don't have to wait forever. So 10 out of 10, I would recommend if y'all haven't seen it. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions that I didn't answer, feel free to comment and ask below, and I'll do my best to give advice. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching and follow me along on my journey. Bye.